Yo everyone, welcome back to another episode of Modulated Drummer. Today we are going to run live drums and a synthesizer through the DOD Rubberneck Analog Delay pedal. Got this thing from Guitar Center using my gear card rewards a couple months ago and just haven't had time to do a demo on this thing yet, but I'm gonna try to just do a crash course wham bam slam video on this thing today, just to get it done. There's a bunch of other really exciting pedals on the pipeline laid out that I need to and I want to do demos on. I'm super excited about those and can't wait to share them with all of you. Keep the comments coming too. If anyone has a pedal suggestion that you want me to run live drums and a synthesizer through, hit me up in the comments and I'll totally try to make that happen. So today's goal is to try to find a setting on this guy that sounds rad on the drums that can be used, that is totally usable in a song. I'm gonna try and make a melody and a little piece of music from scratch today, basically in like 2 hours, and just cross my fingers that it doesn't suck. I haven't played drums in like weeks, and I'm probably gonna be super rusty, so slap me around in the comments if you hear my timing suck, or be super nice and be like, yo buddy, keep practicing, and I'll try and make that happen. Alright, well, the controls on this thing real quick. You've got a time adjustment knob. You can change the amount of repeats on the delay. You can change the level of the delay. It has a 3-way switch for tap ratio, so different delay ratios that you can adjust and set it to. It has rate on the outside of this smaller knob, and then it has depth on the inside of this knob right here. This guy is also a 2-way knob. It has gain on the inside and tone on the outside, and then one more 3-way switch for tails. You can set it to on, or with no dry signal, on for the tails, or have the tails off. Then it has 2 switches on the bottom, foot switches. This one is your effect on or off. It has a small knob here for the rubberneck rate, and we'll see what that is in a little bit. It also has a regen adjustment knob, this tiny one right here. And then it's got, let's see if I can make that focus. Yeah, so these 2 knobs there are tiny. And then the last switch is tempo and regen. So it's a momentary switch for the regen feature, and it's also a tap tempo. So some things that I'm gonna see being an issue even before I start using this is the rubberneck rate knob and the other tiny one over here. Those are gonna be really hard to use while drumming in real time. I also already have found an issue with these knobs, the ones with the 2-way knobs in the center. If I move they sometimes will latch onto each other. So if I'm just trying to move one, sometimes it'll move the other without, just because it's like squeezing pretty tight. Like the fit on those is pretty tight, and sometimes just moving one moves the other, and I could see that being an issue. Absolutely, that'll suck. If you just want to move one and the other moves without you touching it, that's not so good. Maybe I just need to break the pedal in though, but we'll see. A little bit more squawking about what this pedal is all about. Again, it's an analog delay, it's not a digital delay. On the back, it has an input for your instrument. It has a send and return if you want to just use that feature. I've never messed with that on a pedal before, so let me know if you would use that. It has an output, obviously, and then it has an FS3X foot switch. So Digitech sells a separate device where you can change the mode up or down, and I'm guessing that will affect probably like the regen, or maybe you can expression pedal the repeats function on here. I'm not 100% sure, but that would be cool. I know that would sound rad on drums, being able to like real time adjust the repeats or the regen amount or the rate or whatever. I don't have that foot switch though, so womp womp. All right, so some last facts about the pedal. It says DOD on it, but you can buy it on the Digitech website. That leads me to believe that Digitech might own DOD. Let me know in the comments if that's true or not. The pedal's been around for just a couple years. The first time it was visible and usable to the public was in 2018 at NAMM, so it's pretty new pedal. If y'all know of any fun facts about the pedal, let me know in the comments. I tried to find some online, but had a swing and a miss. Couldn't find anything cool or interesting. I'd also love to have more time to plan these videos out and like reach out to the companies and like chat and interview with the people that actually make the pedals. But that'll be, yeah, let me know if you think I should do that, put more time into the creation of these videos. And besides that, if you're curious how I have any of the signal stuff routed, like how I'm getting the drums to go through the effect pedal in real time, let me know in the comments and I can shoot you a link to another video where I describe that setup. All right, let's go figure out what synths to use. So I think I'm going to use the Prophet X. This is kind of my go-to synthesizer right now. I love this thing. It was donated to Musiclandria by an amazing lady from Reno. So a huge shout out to her. I'd say her name, but I'm not sure if she wants to stay anonymous or not. So nerdy stuff. I'm running the Prophet X into our patch bays. I don't know if you saw, but I just posted a video about installing some new patch bays over there. And then I'm able to route the Prophet X into this preamp. It's just a basic Art Pro MPA2. I've got it going into the left and right channels, so it's stereo, which is great. The reason why is because I don't have the synth routed through our mixer right now, so there's no pre's. I have to use an outboard preamp, which is why this is coming in super handy. Sounds great, especially if you drive it really hard. But yeah, that's the setup on the synth. Now let's pick a patch. Alright, so yeah, this knob controls the user bank. This controls the patch within that user bank. And you can also use this one, this program knob, to go through, but it basically does the same thing as this knob. Okay, so put it in record. That'll work. Okay. Yeah, so I turned the release up quite a bit. Here's the envelope section. Got that release turned up real nice so it doesn't feel so empty. I turned up the release on the amp section as well. I'm gonna mess with the mixer section. It's one of my favorites. You can adjust the volume for 4 different instruments. That's kind of fattening it up pretty nice. I think that sounds pretty good. Let's with the filter real quick. I like it low. Let's call that done. Yeah, so overall this pedal's awesome, but it's hard to use on drums. For the first 2 hours, just messing with it for a little bit, it didn't make any sense for me to try to play a beat through this thing. It worked a lot better to just play like nonsense no time stuff to create like wall of noise or textures, wall of drum textures. So yeah, I don't know, I'll probably be messing with it a little bit more. If anyone has any suggestions for a beat that you want to challenge me to play through this thing, let me know and I'll give it a shot. Also, future videos, if you have any pedals you think I should try out, comment down below. And I'd love to hear any music y'all are making, so share some links in the comments with what you're up to. If you have a new track or a new album, shoot me links to your stuff so I can hear it, and I'll give you feedback. All right, y'all. Patreon, subscribe, like if you're into that sort of thing. Let's see if we can get 2 Patreon supporters. All right, later, y'all. Till next time.